What's going on, my guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Garrett with Game by the Beach. Very excited to be here with you today because we're going to be fully breaking down the balancing changes that are coming in Update 20. There is a lot. It seems like a lot of nerfs, a lot of changes, mechanic changes, even to some of my favorite cards. You're going to have to wait and see because it is absolutely crazy. Rhyming accidentally. Guys, grab your coffee, grab your device, and let's head on down to Game by the Beach. Welcome back once again, fellas. We're going to be jumping right into a game here, showing off Cultist once again, but the priority of this video is talking about the upcoming balancing changes. So the balancing changes are not yet here, okay? The title of this video with balancing changes incoming or whatever it's going to be, we're just talking about it, okay? They released all the information of what is to be upcoming, but it's not in the game as of right now. So we're just going to be playing a little bit. We're actually going up against a pretty tough opponent, so hopefully this game goes for a good amount of time, and we can talk about all the different things that are going to be coming into the game because there is a significant amount. Okay, so let's just make sure that we're not losing. That should do the trick right there, and let's get going right away. So balancing changes and bug fixes. Okay, here we go. Balance update. We continue to work on the standardization of protection effects and other mechanics, simplifying their work and bringing it to a common result. Our main goal is to create a variety of mechanics and tactics to defeat the enemy. All win rate numbers that you can see later in this section are the encounters of players with similar crit and equal level of leveling, taking into account the presence of talents, okay? So if it seems to you that the monk is a weak unit, most likely you have not yet found the right tactics for it. Please note that these changes will take effect in the release of Update 20. Okay, so that was a lot of stuff. We're just talking about how and why they make these changes. Okay, they're doing it off the basis of equal levels. And monk, for instance, I don't know if people don't think monk's good because I certainly do. I feel like monk is very, very strong, and maybe not necessarily at like level, 7, 8, 9, but 10, 11, 12, especially 13, 14, 15, it's really, really good. So I'm not exactly sure why they would think that it's not, but it is what it is. Okay, we're just going to go here, we're going to go here, we're going to go here. I'm going to try and find a couple of, I guess we'll just do some absorbs there. Let's go there. We're gonna go here. We have not yet found a single blue sword, but we do have an X or a T or whatever you want to call it, so that's at least a solid start. I'm just gonna do this, and now we can jump back over to talk about the actual first bit of the balancing changes. So first card in the works, Bruiser, Awakening Rage and Furious Brotherhood. For now, the attack speed is correctly calculated when collecting a certain number of clovers. Changed the base damage parameter, and its growth with the level damage at level 7 increased from 112 to 132, and damage increase from level become lower, 28 to 20%. Okay, why? I like that they put in the why. They didn't always used to do this, but I like it. Why? Win rate, 45% to 55%. Level 9 to 15. That's a huge range. I don't know if they can really group level 9 to 15. That is a absolutely massive range to be grouping. But, I mean, hey, whatever. Each their own. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do that. I guess I'll do this as well as that. Was hoping to catch a little something there. It's not a problem. But the why, okay. With the advent of talents, this unit becomes quite powerful and at the same time remains easy to use. We're buffing the unit at starting levels and decreasing the damage growth with levels to adjust its abilities. The talent fix also partially offsets this nerf and buffs the unit slightly at level 9. Thus, for players with a unit of levels 7 to 9, its capabilities will increase, and at levels 13 to 15, it will decrease a little. Okay, so I feel like that's worthwhile. When I was talking about Bruiser talents recently, somebody was saying that at 13 to 15, it is actually pretty good. So I guess that makes a little bit more sense. They're trying to make it better at level 7, 8, 9 and worse at 13, 15. I only have my Bruiser at 9, and it's not super strong. So I'm excited to see what it can do. Okay, we're just going to do that. We're going to do a little absorb. I'm going to go there. Let's try and get one more merge out. I'll just do this. We can go there, and I'll do this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We'll go over here. We'll go over here. We do have another one that we can absorb in a bit. I don't think we're very far along in terms of sword stacks, but that's okay. What do we got? Puppeteer next. We should have no problem. Let's talk about Robot. Robot, tough tuning and arms race increased the maximum number of parts to 80. Okay. I don't have any talents on Robot, so I'm not 100% sure where that comes into effect. It increases the maximum number of parts to 80. Does that mean that it's getting a boost? Let's talk about it. Why? The win rate is 55 to 49%. Level 7 to 15. Again, 7 to 15. That is the entire range of the card. Seems bizarre to me, but despite the popular belief that Robot is a weak unit, I don't think it's a weak unit, especially when it's, you know, toxicity, whatever. Let's just do that. We're actually at 15 or 13 absorbs already. That's not bad. I'll just merge that out. We can come down. Let's go up here just in case. Okay, that's exactly why we do it in case. I'm going to have to do this. We're going to have to do that. Let's go over here. What's the worst that can happen? Beautiful. And, well, I guess we'll do this. Tribunal could be interesting. I think we take out Tribunal. Let's see. And then we'll keep talking about Robot. Brutal. We actually took a hit there. But so did he. And we can get that guy back up to 5. Definitely not ideal right there. If we had gotten another one right here, I think we would have been in a great spot. But is what it is. Okay. Is a weak unit. It has a winning tactic that works. The tactic prevents the robot from being considered a weak unit. At level 15, he is marginally inferior to other units that can handle his missiles. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Increasing the number of parts increases the capabilities of robot, allowing it to collect more powerful damage. So that's fair, actually. When I'm thinking about robot, I definitely picture it more as a toxic card rather than a straight up damage card. So toxic works great, but it works primarily against lower level cards, lower level accounts, right? So I don't think that's a bad idea at all to have. Okay, we'll just we'll go. I don't know. We'll just do that to buff it so that robot has the opportunity to be either a damage deck or a toxic deck. I think that makes sense. Gargoyle. Oh, you guys know exactly. This is exactly what I wanted to talk about this whole time. Give me the Gargoyle buff, dude. I want Gargoyle talents. I want Gargoyle buff. I know it's not talents yet, but oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear. 46 seconds. Let's see if we can find a cultist to protect against Lion. We did not. I'll just eat that, I guess. That's kind of unfortunate. We're just going to do that. Gargoyle. Change the unit's basic mechanics. No. Now the Gargoyle's form does not depend on the merge rank, and it can immediately appear on the field in the stone form, giving adjacent normal gargoyles an AoE attack. Also, Stone Gargoyle no longer applies a debuff shield to adjacent gargoyles. What? What are they doing to my gargoyle, dude? Why? The gargoyle is considered quite a fun and unusual unit, but the complexity of the mechanics makes it difficult to use at lower ratings and reduces its effectiveness at higher ones. We have reworked the mechanics, adding more control and making it easier to use different forms. Bro, that is not at all. Whoa, hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, go. Oh, hey, oh. Oh, yeah, we shielded. Okay, that was huge. Bruh. It wasn't that it was hard to use that nobody used it. Nobody used it because it's so weak. It has nothing to do with the difficulty. It wasn't hard to use. That's disappointing. That's really... A Gargoyle, as you may or may not know, is one of my absolute favorite cards. And it was because of how the mechanics worked. It was just a cool mechanic. Not so much anymore. I don't know. That seems weird. I'm going to see how it works, but they're not buffing it at all. They're just making it easier to use. Like, I could get a pretty good looking board off of the basic mechanic from before. So we got King putting in all this. None of this should matter for either of us. But it wouldn't matter. You could set up your board as good as humanly possible. It just wouldn't matter because the card was weak. That's too bad. All right, we're just going to do that. We're going to go, I guess we'll just do, I'll go there for starters. We'll do that. We can go here as well. Can I hit my, I'll hit this right now. Because why not? I'll just do that and that. We could do this. Let's go over here. Would have been cool if we got it the other way. He's taking out his Bannerlord right now. Defensive mechanics. We're going to have to talk about it, but we also don't have all sorts of time. I guess we'll just do that. We can absorb. We can do this. Hit our gadget. We'll go into another game if we need to. 10 seconds. 6 seconds. What do we got? Kitsune and Puppeteer. Puppeteer could move us and literally ruin this game. So, can we work back a little bit? 17 mil. This is going to be tough. Let's see. Nah, we're fine. He got moved. Oh, he's got a bunch of stuff. 42 to go through. Let's talk about defensive mechanics. Defensive mechanics. To better balance aggressive and passive game tactics, we are refining our approach to defensive game mechanics. Hit him with a good game. The changes will come gradually and will be aimed at weakening the effectiveness of defensive mechanics. As aggressive strategies are currently the least popular among players, we support the greatest variety of strategies and play styles, but do not plan to kill units. So we will make changes gradually and carefully monitor their consequences. So let's just check how much more we have to read, and then we'll jump into another game. So we got Monk to go over, Cultist to go over, Portal Keeper, Inquisitor, Enchanted... Holy smokes, Boreas and Minotaur. Let's jump into... Oh, I'm busy. Have I been blurry this whole time? Please tell me I wasn't. Let's jump into game number 2 here and talk about what's been going on. Second game underway, and we're going to jump right into, let's see, we're playing against the Demon Hunter deck. We actually got a nice little Cultist right there. Let's jump right into the next set of balancing changes because we're going to have to go through a lot pretty quickly. So Monk, Tranquility. Activating a buff no longer shields monks in the intersection, but continues to clear negative effects. Okay, I think that's worthwhile. Monk's shield is crazy. I've lost a monk before, max monk before, where they straight up should have just lost, but they figured out a shield on like all of their units, and we lost. I hate it. Okay, why? Win rate 45 to 60%. Seems like they say this every time. For level 9 to level 15. I mean, again, that's the entire range of a card. Okay. The Monk currently has one of the strongest defensive abilities in the game, largely due to a simple activation condition. We don't want to change the way Tranquility is activated as we consider the current talent to be convenient and themed for the unit mechanics. but at the same time, we can't keep its effectiveness the same. For this reason, we decided to drop the shield when the talent is activated, but keep the cleansing. This change will still allow players to use the ability to get rid of negative effects on the shield, but will not allow them to permanently defend against abilities such as Tribunal's Merge rank decrease. Okay, I think that's worthwhile. That sounds like a change that makes sense. I'm just gonna go there. We need a couple of cultists here. I can do this. I guess we're just gonna have to do this. Find what we need. This is gonna be interesting. Okay, well, you know what? We can actually hit. I was really hoping that would turn into a cultist. It did. We can do that. We can do this. Let's cleanse. I don't know. We take a hit by Tribunal here? Probably. We don't have any actual T's. Ooh, it's kind of close. We have a T over here. We have half a T here. Not really a fifth of a T here. But okay. I like that change to Monk. I have seen with my own eyes Monk being super, super strong at high levels, so I think that makes sense. Cultist. Near and dear to my heart, of course. Cleansing Sacrifice. And change the number of cleanses needed from 3 to 1. Whoa, that's a huge change. That's actually wild. So when you cleanse a card, when you cleanse Cultist, it cleanses, just said that word like a million times, 3 units that are debuffed. Now, it will only cleanse 1. That is a huge difference. Okay, 3 to 1, that's a huge difference. Why? Win rate 50% to 60% from level 7 to 15. I feel like Cultist is actually pretty balanced comparative to other cards. Overall, right? Like, I think Monk at a low level is pretty bad. Monk at a high level is really good. I think Cultist at kind of all levels is pretty solid. Okay, so we got to just do this, that, cleanse. So right there again, it cleansed 3 of our units rather than now it's going to be cleansing 1. I think we should be able to take out Tribunal now. I'll spam. Maybe we even get a second T over there. That'd be great. It just needs to be right there. 7 seconds. Can we get to 405, 4? I don't know. The Cultist, like the Monk, has a fairly simple condition to activate. Ooh, nice. That's big for us. To activate the talent's ability, and is guaranteed to cleanse units with negative effects, which avoids cases where the ability was not useful. We want to keep the Cultist with a consistent and reliable talent, but its effectiveness is clearly higher than the new approach requires. For this reason, we are reducing the number of units being cleared. Okay, Portal Keeper no longer grants a shield to the teleported unit and only clears debuffs. Would that still work for Shaman? So it's just after the fact. Okay. Why? Inquisitor, Keeper, Keeper, Inquisitor. Exciting, no? What? The Portal Keeper is considered one of the most popular epic units among players due to the defensive abilities. An ability to position units in the right way to maximize the effectiveness of the deck. We decided to remove the Portal Keeper's shield from the teleported unit while still having the units cleansed of negative effects. You can still remove debuffs like Shaman's Downgrade or Virus Infection, but keeping a permanent shield for the Dark Knight will no longer work. Okay. Okay, whatever. I mean, that doesn't seem like a massive change to me, realistically. Another Tribunal, dude? Holy smokes, this guy's just getting bombarded by Tribunals. We got hit by the first one, but not the next 2. Portal Keeper got nerfed into Oblivion recently, or actually it's not that recently anymore, just where they made it so when you switch units it has that cooldown. I got my Portal Keeper to max simply to get rid of that cooldown, but I feel like it's really not that popular. Actually, now that I say that, though, it is in some of the top decks recently because you play it with Zeus and Portal Keeper, and you can protect everything all the way through. That's actually a pretty deadly deck, so that's why. Inquisitor, Knight of Light, now correctly takes 2.5 damage per stack. Didn't know that it didn't before. Demonologist. Didn't even realize we were doing these. Okay, Demonologist. Fixed a bug where the player received mana from summoning enemy Demonologist monsters. Didn't know that was a thing. Priestess. Power of Light. Unit damage now correctly increases while gaining mana. Didn't realize it didn't. We're going to have to go into a third game, fellas. Maybe not. We can go through this pretty quick. Yeah, we can definitely. Okay. Enchanted Sword. Ancient Magic. So that's the one they recently buffed. I don't think that it's going to be worthwhile. Stay Alive. Thank you. Should I upgrade anything? Sure, why not? He's still going to be alive after this, so that's good. Ancient Magic. Fixed a bug where the Ancient Sword would not transfer orbs when merged with another sword. Boreas. Sleep Arrows. Fixed the duration of enemy units' speed decrease in PvP and allied units' speed increase in PvP. And last but not least, Minotaur. Empire's Fall. Stunning monsters no longer prevents them from using abilities. Wow, that's a pretty big deal. Anything else? I'm going to scroll all the way down here. Let's see if I missed anything. The rest of it is in Russian. But it says the same things. Guys, that is a whole heck of a lot of balancing changes coming in Update 20. They're releasing new talents, which I think they already talked about. Maybe they didn't talk about what they are, but they said that they're releasing talents to Demon Hunter, maybe even Summoner. Tons of different balancing changes, new game modes, new events, new this, new that. I'm very, very excited. Let me know in the comments what you guys are most excited about or most disappointed about. I'm disappointed about Gargoyle. They definitely are nerfing Cultist. It looks like they're nerfing pretty much every card except maybe Bruiser at like lower levels. None of those cards in there got buffed, right? Nothing got buffed. Everything was just kind of nerfed, which is always a little interesting to me. I wish they really took time to look at some of the cards that are just outside the meta and made them better rather than looking at the cards inside the meta and making them worse. But guys, that's going to be the end of this YouTube video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my other platforms, TikTok and Facebook, where we make shorts. Make sure we're using code BEACH if you're making any in-game purchases. And I'll check you guys out in tomorrow's video.